Cardano is up more than 60% in the last 24 hours, and its volume is up nearly 1500% as it's now been announced that Donald Trump is releasing the crypto strategic reserve and is now incorporating Ada Cardano. Today I'm going to give you my full price prediction for Cardano. Does it have the potential to go to $10, $20, $50? What is the actual price potential for Ada Cardano? I'm going to go over fully my price prediction. Where are some good potential levels to look for zones to enter? Where are some potential zones to be looking for exits once the overall bull run begins? I'll be giving you my full breakdown in today's video. So if you do enjoy, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe. We will begin this price prediction video starting on the weekly time frame. I always like to start with every single coin zooming out on long-term time frames because that actually makes it extremely easy to trade the 5-minute, the 30-minute, the 1 or 4 hour charts. Once I've zoomed out and I understand the overall direction of the trend, where are we in the overall trend? Are we in a bullish zone? Are we in a bearish zone? Are we at a support? Are we at a resistance? So understanding the overall patterns in this market make a massive difference to your overall success. So one of the main indicators that I'm always focusing on in my videos, here you can see this orange line is the 20 exponential moving average. Obviously, you know you can come over to indicators and add them to your chart. So I've got the 20 exponential moving average here. You can see the EMA. And then when you double click on it, you'll notice that the length is set to 20, which means that overall we're using the last 20 bars to display this average price. Now I'm always discussing that I only want to trade in the direction of the slope of the EMA. Clearly here we can see that the slope is up and to the right. This means that we have a positive slope on the EMA. When we have a positive slope, only ever look to buy. If we had a negative slope on the EMA, then we'd only ever look to sell in this type of market. So understanding that is crucial. Now, where do I actually look for entries? I know that we are in a massively bullish market by the overall direction of the EMA, the slope. Where do I want to look for entries? Well, I always want to be looking to buy low. So I either want to be looking to buy at the exponential moving average or anywhere below, because once I see the slope is up and to the right, I know that it's bullish. I know that there's a high probability chance that we're going to have a continuation of the direction of the trend. So buying low makes it extremely high probability because we can get a very good risk to reward on our trade. We know where our stop needs to be. So rather than even buying at the EMA, we can save a lot of money by buying below. And obviously, regardless of where we bought, our stop would need to go here. If we bought down here, if we bought up here, if we bought over here, our stop would still need to go in the same position. So overall, just get a better risk to reward by buying even lower in this bullish market. So we overall understand that we are in a bullish trend. We want to be buying low when the EMA is actually, when price is actually below the EMA. Now that we have made a bit of a push to the upside, now we've actually pushed up 60% on this massive news, but where are we potentially coming into? This could be, now it's not the high probability, but there is a probability that this acts as a bit of a resistance. And right now this price actually tanks for a couple of days as the EMA actually catches up. And then what would we have? Another buying opportunity, because we'd be buying low rather than looking to enter at the EMA. We can save a lot of money because then we can actually enter at the EMA. So rather than buying high at this price, we might be able to enter down at these prices here. We might get a 15 or even 20% discount on the current prices. And that's what I mean by buying low in the market rather than buying high. Now, the reason I know that this strategy is so effective is where did we actually support? Initially back here in early 2024 or late 2023 and then early 2024, we had a bit of an initial resistance in this area. Obviously, price pushed up to this area, had a decent spike to the downside, and we pushed up to this area, then we had another decent spike to the downside. Now, obviously, these tops aren't exactly the same. We have one top here and one top here, but this overall area is now seen as an initial resistance once we get the breakthrough in this zone right here, so we've got the breakthrough in all these multiple green bars, it's then going to act as a support. So this initial resistance gets the breakout, then acts as a support. Trust me, it seems like such a simple strategy, but I've been using this to successfully trade for so many years. I've been trading for 13 years, and I came across this strategy as I was just studying the market, and I thought it just seems so simple to work, but it gives me a high risk to reward, gives me a high probability play, and I'm trading in the direction of the trend. And when I have 3 confluence plays all telling me the same thing in the market, then I actually have a higher probability that my trade will be successful when I set it up with the correct risk to reward. Over, I just keep taking these trades one after another, and after 100, even 1,000 trades, you'll see that you have a high probability of actually having a success with this strategy. So where did we actually begin? Once we made this massive breakout to the upside, where did we have then support? Not only did we use the EMA as support, but we came back into this zone that was initial resistance, came right back, used it as support, and now we pushed up more than 80% from these low prices all the way to the upside, actually close to 100% if we actually capture it from the all-time low. So you can see how effective this strategy is. It's simple, it works, but really you need to understand every aspect that I'm not able to go through in just a 10-minute video, especially where to set up your risk, how to set everything up, how much risk you actually want to take on your entire portfolio. So everything is very, very important. But right now I can just see as I'm scrolling out on the weekly that we're making strong waves to the upside. So over right now, looking like a decent position for ADA. Now, where are some potential zones to be looking for exits? We can really scroll out and see basically the entire price action. This is one of the earliest charts I'm able to find. This was from Binance here back in early or late 2017. All-time high for ADA was about that $3 range. And one thing that I really don't like is that we're not even anywhere close to the old all-time high. Obviously with Bitcoin, say here, the old all-time high was, let's say 60,000, but then we're all the way up here trading at $92,000 per Bitcoin. Whereas here for ADA, for Cardano, the old all-time high was back here, and it still is the all-time high because our current prices have really failed to push above. But usually what happens is Bitcoin is the massive leader in the beginning of the bull run, and then altcoins do have that big potential to actually catch up. So one thing that we're really waiting for is a strong breakout above the all-time high for ADA. But when we look at this type of price action, really what it looks like could happen is potentially retests prices in this old all-time high region, but we then could capitulate in this level and look for even more downside momentum. Overall, we can come in and use some Fibonacci trend-based extension tools. So on this left-hand side, come over to the trend-based Fib extension, go from the low of this current price, go to the high, drag it down. We can see currently we hit the 1618, which is a very, very common level in the market. Then we also have some other extension levels like the 2618, 3618, 432, which is really pushing us back to that old all-time high level. If you do this on Bitcoin, you would notice that we always hit between the 236 and 3618. So that would mean that if we did hit between these levels, basically retesting the old all-time high, we could actually do this again with this last recent push. So we could go from the current low here all the way to the high using this current low in the market. We've got another 1618, 2618, 3618, and then the 423 level, really capping at it around that $5 range. So I don't think there even is that potential for ADA to make it to $10, $20, $30. Really, we'd be happy if we could just make it back to the old all-time high, which would be close to around a 300% push or 200% overall gain from our current price, back to that $2 or just above $3 range. Currently we're at $1, so going to $3, about a 200% overall profit potential. We could get a little bit higher, but since we haven't even pushed above the old all-time high, it's not looking like we could get to those huge, crazy 20, 30, 50x multiples on ADA. Overall, I still see a lot of potential for Cardano, especially now with it being pushed by Donald Trump, and now obviously having a Bitcoin or crypto strategic reserve and really incorporating ADA, which wasn't expected. We knew Bitcoin and probably Ethereum were going to be included, but things like Ripple, ADA, and then also Solana being included, which is quite big news. So definitely going to have a bullish demand for Cardano in the future. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe if you have enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to check out all the links in the video description where I really go through all of my strategies in depth with my trading masterclasses, and you can get some massive discounts on all of your trading fees. If you have enjoyed, I'll see you in the next video.